Hello my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome. So I'd like to start off by saying thank you to everyone who liked, commented, and subscribed. You guys are amazing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I would love to have you join our Soul Compass Collective. That being said, let's get started. We are asking Spirit to let us know what's coming up for you guys in the next 6 months. These are going to be general predictions for you guys. So I'm going to give you guys a minute to see which cards you resonate the most with, and if you resonate with more than one, that's totally fine as well. The timestamps will be listed below. So we have immense growth, we have sacred boundaries, we have unknown gift, and we have small steps, big accomplishments. So all really awesome cards for you guys. So with that being said, let's get started. Pile number one, I will see you at your reading. Hello pile number one, thank you guys so much for tuning in. So let's see what's happening for you guys in the next 6 months. You guys chose immense growth, and we have a what is it, like a vulture here within a circle, and we also have like this sequence. I'm not sure if this is like the golden ratio or like Fibonacci sequence or something like that. I don't know. You guys let me know below what it is, but we're going to actually get some more messages before we get started from the deck, and then we will get started on reading what these messages are. So I'm getting like expansion, right? Like expansion. This is kind of like starting here, and then it's kind of expanding. So some immense growth is happening. You guys could have a business that could take off. Almost there with the fox energy. And he's also has a circle behind him. And then we have you are about to shine. Really interesting. So bottom of the deck, let's let go and bury. So you gotta let go of something. Evolve into your complexity. We have abundance. It's really cool. Okay, so let's see. We have immense growth, number 15. Almost there, number 44, and you're about to shine. So something is right around the corner for you guys that's going to like catapult you into this growth. Okay, so let's see number 15. So we have immense growth, vulture. Vulture comes to speak to us about the wisdom of the sacredness of suffering. Ooh, so you guys have been suffering for a while on something. So it says the sacredness of suffering. In Buddhism, the first noble truth is that a life involves suffering. It is not something to be escaped, but to be accepted. Only when we accept this law of our existence are we able to transmute and grow from suffering. Vulture sustains her life by living off that which is dead. That's kind of interesting because bottom of the deck, you have bury with like a coffin. Ooh. So it's kind of like let go, like something's dead, right? So if something's dead, you gotta kind of eat that like a vulture, and then like kind of like transmute it into something else, right? So it says vulture sustains her life by living off that which is dead. She does not interfere by bringing a quicker death to her prey. Instead, she allows it to endure what it must, and its suffering ends in its natural time. This mirrors back to us the importance of patience. There is a profound lesson in the name of the turkey vulture. It's called catharsis. Catharsis. Catharsis aura, meaning golden purifier. They indeed purify the landscapes by removing decomposing carcasses that could spread disease and harmful bacteria. In the same way, vulture cleanses the land, suffering purifies the heart from and removes the veils of ego. Suffering comes in two forms. Both are meant for growth. The first form is inflicted upon us and out of our control. The second form is self-inflicted, created from the attachments and illusions of our ego. Whatever form your own suffering takes, you must accept it. When we resist the pain, when we resist aspects of ourselves we do not like, when we resist rejection, we perpetuate self-inflicted suffering. It is only when we accept it that the pain begins to do what what it was meant to do, transforms us. This is the genius alchemical property behind acceptance. It transmutes. Vulture's medicine asks you to understand that pain, suffering, and trauma. Understands that pain, suffering, and trauma hold an energetic power. It is your choice whether to allow that power to attack you or to transmute its energy into your greatest asset. If you choose the latter, within you, a hidden gift will be revealed far greater than all your pain. Wow, this is crazy. Such a, an eye-opening message for you guys. Okay, so something about letting go of what is holding you back, any trauma, anything that hasn't worked out in the past, you need to let it go and bury it. Finally put the nail on the coffin, okay? You're a complex human being, you're a complex person, and you need to evolve into your complexity, like that card says with the octopus, because they're complex creatures. They're very intelligent. So it says almost there with 44, number 44. So it's kind of like saying the pain is almost over, what you're going through, and in the next 6 months you'll see the fruits of your labor, of all of that, letting go to finally allow yourself to shine here. Okay, so it's kind of like there's something here that's self-inflicted, that you are kind of allowing yourself to feel the pain through that, and it's saying don't resist the pain. You need to feel through it, to let it go and bury it, right? And move on from there. So almost there, the fox, number 44. So we have, let's see what this card says. Okay, it says, in the blossoming spring season, little fox frolicked and skipped in the wildwoods. As he played, his attention was constantly drawn to a distant light. The light glimmered deep in the forest, past the rumbling river. Although he couldn't quite make out what the light was, every bone in his body knew that it was meant for him, and his soul would spark with joy when he saw it. It was as if the light was a magnet, calling out to him. But whenever little fox ventured toward the light, he was always abruptly stopped by the roaring river behind him. Little fox would fall into despair, for he could not unite with the light that called him. Time went on, and spring became summer. Little fox would continue to catch glimpses of the light, still filled with excitement and longing to unite with his beloved light. He would regularly attempt to reach it, only to again be blocked by the roaring river. More time passed, and as autumn approached, little fox grew and learned many lessons. Yet he was still faced with an unquenchable thirst for the light. Little fox became distraught and angry toward life. He often cried out in sharp howls, forsaking life for presenting him the beauty of the light without allowing him to embrace it. He grew mistrustful that life did not have his best interest in mind, and increasingly he became hardened and jaded. Autumn transformed into winter by this point, little fox was big fox, but his heart was broken, for the only thing he ever longed deeply for was out of his reach. Big fox gave up. During the early winter months, Big Fox did what he had to do to survive, but he had a hole in his heart. He walked with his head low, for he could not bear to look up and see the out of reach light. One night, as Big Fox lay asleep, snow began to fall. When the Big Fox awoke, when the Big Fox awoke, he was taken aback at this new element he had never experienced. As he started his day, he saw a gaggle of geese standing on the river in the distance, completely perplexed at how they were now standing on the water. He approached the river with caution. He had learned through all his seasons of life that he must be careful and cautious. As he put his paw on the water, he found it to be hard and sturdy. He grasped and thought, could this be the path to my light? Big Fox carefully crossed the hard water with deep awareness. He listened for the cracks and the creaks, in the hard water and scanned the sky for hawk approaching. As he crossed the river with extreme care, it dawned on him that if he were a little fox, he would have run boldly across the hard water without a care in the world, and could have been hurt or even killed. A shower of epiphanies began to rain on him. He realized that he had to go through all the seasons and learn all the lessons to be prepared to walk toward the light destined for him. As Big Fox finally crossed the great river, he thanked Mother Earth and Father Sky and understood that he had to wait to gain the wisdom that prepared him for crossing the great river. If there's anything you yearn for in your heart and have been trying to achieve with little to no success, this is a profound confirmation that it is approaching. Be patient. There is wisdom in the waiting. This is the preparation time. You are gaining what you need to unite fully with what your heart desires. Endure, endure, endure. Wow. Okay. This is really interesting. It's getting good, guys. So next 6 months, there's something here that you're allowing to die, right? Maybe there's a part of you that you held on to for so long that you just maybe came to the realization that it's not meant for you anymore, or something that I'm sensing is like something within you, maybe some childhood wounds or trauma that you've been holding on to that you're letting go. But you needed to go through these because without them, you couldn't get to where you are about to go to, okay? Because it says here you're about to shine, right? There's darkness, and here's like, I don't know, I think this is like a badger of some sort. I don't know, there was these creatures with like scales of like a snake or something. I forgot what their name was, but it's interesting. Let's read on and see what you're about to shine means. So this season of life, it needed you to kind of transform from your past self. Okay, and you're finally letting it go, and you're finally believing in yourself. Like he believed in himself enough to walk across that frozen lake, right? So this is what it's telling you. Like, be cautious, but know that you will make it across, right? That great big lake. Okay, so let's see. You are about to shine, number 26. Number 26. Okay. You are about to shine, number 26. Yep, this is an armadillo. Armadillo. So, just as we see armadillo wearing an armor of scales, this reinforces the idea of going inward. The inward work is exactly what allows us to shine outward. This inner contemplation leads to a more brilliant inner light that will eventually be witnessed and felt by all. Armadillo says that what you have to offer will be recognized. Do not get bogged down with how and when. Do not be led by outside validation. Instead, be led by the greater consciousness you were created from. We connect to our inner light when we connect to the source that created us. Armadillo's medicine asks you to create a very intimate relationship with that which created you. You are being asked to level up your daily prayers and create a dialogue with life. Drop all your wants and desires and create an intense conversation with the great mystery about receiving guidance to do what you were created to do. We all have a special gift that lies dormant within us, waiting to actualize. In this moment of deep connection to the great mystery, a mysterious energy begins to activate our gift. This conversation and prayer you create needs to feel very real. Prayer does not need to look one specific way. It is intimate communion with that which you were created from. Start speaking to life. If you create this intense mystical relationship with life daily, you will begin to witness yourself unlocking all the gifts. Life speaks back to those who speak to it. But it is your job to start the conversation. You might not receive the answer right away, but it will come to you with full force in the perfect way at the right time. Armadillo medicine says that you are about to be seen, heard, felt, witnessed, understood, and recognized. It's coming for you. You are about to shine so brightly, but now is the before time where you must ignite your gift of light through going inward and channeling the universe. Interesting. So I see you guys honestly trying to work through some sort of energy here that has kept you stuck for a long time. And it's saying that you are like literally on the precipice of that change. You're about to like kind of jump off that cliff of change and, you know, like actually get what you were asking for from the universe. Okay, so we're gonna get into this more and clarify with the after tarot, because we're asking for some predictions of the next 6 months. Okay, we have the 9 of Swords. So this is kind of like that like sleepless energy. Okay, like a lot of thinking. There's like a demon that's kind of constantly in your mind, something like a dread, like this is kind of like a nightmare, right, that you've been living for some time. Okay, it might not be in reality, but in your thoughts, this is how it is, right, in your mind. What else do we have? We have the King of Cups, and here it's kind of like he is emptying that cup. Like it's kind of like he's kind of like disappointed with life a little bit, right? He's like that, he's pouring that cup back into the great ocean, and it's kind of like letting you know to let go of all this heavy emotion. This is what he's doing. He's letting go of that emotion. Okay, let's see what else. What else do we have for pile number 1? Letting go of heavy emotion that you've been holding on to for a really, really long time. Like this could be you guys just maybe needing to cry it out, right? Because everybody needs that emotional release. We have the Moon. This is you kind of walking into the unknown here, like getting out of your comfort zone. But I see like this, like they all kind of have, like he has the same face as the Moon. It's like a lot of worry, right, in the next 6 months. Okay, like I'm not sure what it's over, but it's like you're trying to release this energy, okay, this heartbreak that you went through. So, but I do see it, like, you know how like in the regular tarot there's the swords are in the heart. This is you finally healing. It's kind of like putting your heart back together again. But first you need to release this emotion. And here you are kind of walking through this emotion, through this darkness, right? You don't know what the next step is going to be, but it's healing you, okay? So let's keep going. Like, look at that. When I said, like, taking a leap off that precipice, like, this is what the Fool is doing. He kind of took a leap, but he's also, there's just, like, purity about it, right? There's the white rose that he's smelling, right? Like, just before he falls, he wants to kind of, like there's kind of, like, bliss in the ignorance of you not knowing what comes next, okay? So it's kind of like you took a leap of faith, but here you are kind of stopping to smell the roses a little bit, right? This is the 10 of Pentacles with the child kind of, you know, it's like the next generation of wealth. And I see you, whatever it is that you guys are worried about, even if it's like monetary or financial, like I see you guys making enough for the next generation. Like this, I'm seeing like this is like your kids here, they're gonna be fine, like for those of you who have kids, right? We have the 4 of Pentacles. Eventually, whatever you're holding on to, you need to let go of, right? Because this is the ending. It's like, yes, you're going to be holding on to something, but change always comes. Like, death has finally come to let him know that, like, you need to move on. Okay? Look at that. Wheel of Fortune. It's like the ever-changing wheel, right? It's always changing. It's always going round and round and round. But here it is. It's kind of like in like the wake of your despair, like there is like salvation, right? Like she is more well off than them, and she has like, she's carrying some rags on her, and like she has like more meat on her bones, but it's like saying that like you can ask for help, right? Whatever it is, whatever you're going through. Like this is kind of like spiritual, feeling like spiritually depleted a little bit, because this is a church behind them. Like spiritually depleted, but here you have like a glimmer of hope, right? The like even the lights showing through the glass stained windows, right? That's all hope. Okay, this is like you need to have more faith. Okay, the Page of Wands, like you're starting off on your journey. Okay, like he's kind of like leaving what he knows and finally walking to his destiny. Like here's kind of like his mom, he's leaving like his town, right? Walking into a brand new beginning. Like he doesn't know where it's going to lead him, but he's got his cape on and he's going on. He's going. Eventually you're going to become this Queen of Wands. Like she has everything she needs. This is like her familiar because she's a witch, right? It's like eventually you're going to have everything you want, but you need to be like careful a little bit because of doing things in maybe the wrong way. Like here he's trying to kind of protect himself or preserve himself, right? But it might not be in the best of ways, okay? Because with this here, it's kind of like, be careful of kind of like self-sabotage, right? Because this is going to end up like sabotaging you. Like you're kind of walking into something here, right? Like you need to make sure that you're looking in different directions, like looking at your options from different perspectives. Okay, so let's clarify further and see. What is this Nine of Swords? Like this could also be like the Dark Night of the Soul energy a little bit, okay? Because there's immense growth happening, and I'm sensing like in the dream realm, like in your subconscious, like you have all these like fears or like kind of replaying this energy that you've been holding on to for so long, right? All this trauma that's happened to you in the past, and like kind of like you spilled your cup of love here, right? Like it's kind of like losing control of your emotions here, but I'm seeing that it will lead to a healing and abundance, like fulfillment for you. But first you need to let go. Okay, clarify this Nine of Swords. Like I see you here, like he's fighting his demons, whatever trauma it is. Like I see you here kind of just fighting it, right? Let's see. Yeah, walking away from what no longer serves you emotionally. Like your cup is empty. I feel the need to say like you need to replenish yourself. Like take a break, let go, release, because you're creating resistance. Like this card said, it was talking about not having that resistance. You need to just kind of let things flow. Like this is flowing. There's a lot of like water. When water flows, there's water here, right? There's rain. Walking away to the Ten of Cups. Like it's saying like you're almost there to being emotionally content. Like look at that. The Six of Cups. Like victory is right around the corner. And this is you putting up boundaries for people who maybe want to use you, right? People who want to use, and you're protecting yourself here. Because in the Six of Cups, there's people here in the background that are envious of his success, right? You've finally gotten into a place where you're going to be satisfied in the next 6 months. Like you've done a lot of work on yourself, and you're going to need to put up those boundaries. Put those boundaries in place so people don't come and deplete you again, okay? Like I see like work-wise is fine, but like emotionally and mentally, like you guys could be like overworked, kind of like people just kind of emptied your cup. Like what is that word I'm looking for? Like burnt out. Okay. Yeah, burnt out. Look at that. Four of Swords. Look at that. It's like healing. Three of Swords to the Four of Swords. And even the Page of Cups is kind of like daydreaming. He's daydreaming about that fish, right? The fish represents a dream for him. Because here we are, the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is turning, like change is coming. Like what you're destined to do is happening right now. Like, you guys are going to sense a shift in the energy, and you're finally going to let go of whatever mental energy you've allowed yourself to believe about yourself that gives you these insecurities of like kind of holding on to the past, or holding on to like a narrative. Like, this is constant. Like, I'm seeing these swords as like this narrative that you keep replaying in your mind about yourself, right? It's like devil energy. Okay, like I see you overcoming it. Devil energy is kind of like even like indulging in something that's not good for you. Like, it could be like drinking, whatever it is in excess that you guys are doing here. I see you overcoming it. Okay, and let's see what else we have. Like, I'm sensing that you guys had this coming for a really long time. Judgment is like coming to a realization, like finally making a judgment call. Like, do you want to wake up from this? Okay, or do you want to be asleep? Pretty much. Do you want to accept this change or not? Or do you want to keep replaying things in your mind and not moving forward? Like, judgment is like a realization. It's a wake-up call. Okay, so a wake-up call that this brand new beginning in love is going to come. It's not even in love, it's like self-love, right? Your cup is going to be filled again. Like, you see how his cup was depleted here? It's going to be refilled all the time. Okay, so that's what I see incoming for you guys. Happiness. Okay, like no more like teeter-tottering between love and fear anymore. You're going to choose yourself, and this is what it's asking you. Just be patient with yourself and just enjoy the process. Okay, don't have resistance to it. Okay, so that is what I have for you, pile number one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope this resonated for you, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Hello, pile two, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose Sacred Boundaries. We have an open hand, and we have a tiger. I think they're very territorial, so let's see what this is about. It's very interesting. It's the number 43. So let's see what other messages want to come out for you guys. This is going to be the next 6 months for pile number 2. General messages. Spirit, what do they need to know? Pile number 2. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle. Okay, too many cards. Let's see. Please show us for pile number 2 what they need to know. Okay, I'm gonna take this one. We have see beyond the past. And we have, these two came out together. So we have focus on the big picture and master manifester. That's so cool. So you need to have like a Hawkeye view of things. Like don't look at the past anymore. Like, something about you've been focusing on the past that you need to kind of zoom out of and focus on something bigger. Like, this is like there's a bee here and there's with a crown. Like, this is telling me that you guys are going to be busy within the next 6 months focusing on something that's going to propel you forward, right? Because you need to focus on the bigger picture and not be like zoomed in on one thing and like lose sight of everything else that is important as well. So let's see beyond the past, and then master manifester. It's really cool. So let's see what this is about. So, and then we also have keep trying at the bottom of the deck. Transformation is happening and you are what you think. So this is also about like finding the strength and the courage to keep going and keep trying, even though perhaps in the past something happened where you were disappointed, or where something happened and or something failed in the past. We'll see, we'll clarify, and we'll get more information. But also, let's see what messages want to come out for you guys from the book. So we have Sacred Boundaries number 43. Then we have See Beyond the Past number 23. And then we have Focus on the Big Picture 19. And then Master Manifestor number 10. Right? That's kind of like the Magician energy, because he's number 1. If you reduce 10, he'll be number 1. Okay, so let's see. Sacred boundaries. What do you guys need to know from sacred boundaries? Number 43. So, here we go. It says sacred boundaries. This is the tiger. You guys see that? Let me see if it'll... Okay. This is the tiger palm. Okay. It says tiger palm is the medicine of sacred boundaries. Tigers are masters of their territories. In the jungle, tiger says no to living near other tigers because she knows this will diminish the amount of food in her territory. Tiger says yes to living near water, for she knows it is good medicine to relax and play in the flowing waters. Tiger is bold and never thinks twice about whether she should allow something toxic and dramatic in her environment, nor does she ever feel bullied or coerced into doing something she does not want to do. Tiger is so strong because she creates firm boundaries. Tiger's power comes from knowing and honoring herself. We teach people how to treat us. Never expect others to automatically respect and treat you with the justice, love, and consideration you deserve. Even when you treat them with kindness, articulate and create boundaries through courteous speech. For many people, conflict is draining, and they would rather avoid it. Still, if you are presented with a situation that continuously minimizes or belittles you, you must stand your ground and ask for respect. The mere fact of sticking up for yourself is so admirable. It energetically creates a level of esteem from others. Even if the other party does not hear you, you will have strengthened your self-worth by holding your boundaries. And this new level of deeper self-worth will reflect in other areas of your life. Boundaries do not apply only to behavior from others, but also the way we treat ourselves. Do you have guidelines for the food you put in your body, the people you create relationships with, the words you say, and the topics you discuss? Tiger Palm's medicine raises its hand in your spread when you are being asked to level up the energy you allow into your life. Start scanning what behaviors you hold that do not align with I treat my body, mind, and spirit like a sacred temple. Tiger Palm's medicine directs you to set boundaries with not only others, but with yourself. That is such a good message for each and every single one of us, because it is really important to set boundaries with ourselves. And this is how you end up manifesting things, right? You set boundaries with yourself. You allow yourself to create habits that are going to be conducive to creating the life that you desire. Okay, so this is really going to be really important for you in the next 6 months. So next we have See Beyond the Past with the swan. This is like a black swan, right? Looking into her reflection in the water. So let's see what this is about. This is number 23. What messages we have for you? Okay, this says See Beyond the Past. Let me just make sure it's okay. See Beyond the Past. The beautiful black swan. Okay, so it says the fable of the ugly duckling tells of a baby swan that nested with baby ducks. All the ducks made fun of the little swan for how different he looked, which made him feel inherently not good enough. Little Swan compared himself to what the duck should look like rather than own the nature of his true self, a swan. Sadly, the little swan began to assume the identity of the ugly duckling. As time went on, Little Swan grew and became the most beautiful black swan, and some would even say more magnificent than the common ducks that bullied him. This card is the story of what happened to the black swan as an adult. Reflected in the waters is his heartbroken child self. Despite how gorgeous Black Swan became, he suffered from severe... He suffered from severe shame and feelings of unworthiness. He could not see the glorious truth of himself. He became crippled by the delusion that something was inherently wrong with him. He believed He believed a wicked distortion that diminished his worth. He was utterly unaware of his captivating beauty and could honor neither himself nor the gifts the great mystery bestowed upon him. He became obsessed with outside validation and compared himself to other winged creatures. The ugly duckling finally woke up to his true self as the beautiful black swan and asks you to do the same. Swan's medicine asks you to accept that you feel your insecurities, but do not submit to them. Whenever you feel small, it is not reality. It is the old story and the programming that brainwashed you. Please wake up from the illusion and honor what the Great Spirit gifted you. The gift of yourself. No one in the world is like you. Own that you are a rare miracle. Oh my God, this is such a beautiful message, you guys. Wow. So there could be like some childhood wounding that has kept you stuck, right? You keep ruminating over it. Maybe you guys have gone through like some bullying or comparing yourself to feel not good enough to other people. But it's saying here you need to embrace yourself, because your adult self is exactly who your childhood self wanted you to be, okay? So you're in the right place right now, wherever that is in your timeline, okay? So that's such a beautiful message for you guys. So it says here, focus on the big picture, number 19. Okay, let's see what messages we have from there. Number 19. Focus on the big picture. This is the visionary hawk. And it says, let me see if this will... Okay, so it says focus on the big picture, visionary hawk. The visionary hawk card comes with a powerful message about a higher perspective. The image of the hawk coming out of the eyes asks you to transcend your current perception and see the bigger picture. Hawk is aligned with the lighthouse that focuses its light on the bee, which represents your purpose and desire. Hawk says you must expand your perception and encompass a higher viewpoint and focus on the thing you want. Then victory, represented by the crown, is the only next logical step. Hawk is asking you to take control of your thoughts, stop playing victim to external circumstances, and own the truth that you create your own reality. That's so interesting with Master Manifestor here. But also with the shadow in the past, right? It's like whatever happened in the past is self-sabotaging you now, because it no longer matters. Okay? It says stop playing victim to external circumstances and own the truth that you create your own reality. Declare that your life is going to be the most fulfilling, prosperous, and joyful you have ever experienced. Proclaim that you will overcome all obstacles, your self-doubt, and your insecurities, because you have a gift that only you were created to share. Regardless of whether your current situation is less than desirable, this card comes as a confirmation that something beautiful is awaiting you. But the first step is to make that decision to get out of your ego's limited perception. Testify to the world and yourself that something big is awaiting you. Not even your disbelief in yourself will stop you from fulfilling your purpose. You were created for greatness. Hawk's medicine asks you to immediately snap out of whatever discouraging story may be playing in your mind and immediately focus on the power of all the achievements that await you. Yes. So this is where it all kind of comes together, you guys. This is like kind of see beyond the story that you've been constantly telling yourself. And the main message here is setting boundaries with yourself, that you're no longer going to ruminate on the stories that you created yourself, right? You're no longer a victim, but you're taking that story and you're creating something beautiful out of it, right? And finally, we have Master Manifestor number 10. What is that about? Okay, so this is Master Manifestor, the Raven. It says, Raven lived a lonely life in the dark abyss of the universe with only one other creature, Spider. Anytime Spider crawled crawled to Raven, Raven would freeze in terror, and Spider would sadly crawl away, for she did not want to scare Raven. Often you could find Raven gazing into the endless universe and dreaming about creating the world. Everything in his heart wanted to experience so much more, but he just didn't know how to create it. One day, Spider saw Raven projecting his dream into the universe. Spider crawled up to Raven, and as usual, Raven froze in fear. Spider sadly looked up to Raven, suffocating in his fear, and right before Spider was about to dart away, she decided to use her voice. She said, "Dear Raven, I know you do not trust me, but I can help you." Raven seemed to snap out of his hypnotic state of terror for a moment and looked down at Spider. "I can weave your dream into existence," said Spider. It was at this moment that Raven understood not only did she have to befriend his fear, did he have to befriend his fear, who was Spider, but that his fear is what held the gift to allow him to manifest his dream. Once Raven can accept and deeply love all aspects of himself, one being the Spider, who represented his fear, he then was able to become the ultimate magician, the master manifester. Raven's medicine says when you honor all aspects of your being, you become whole. Wholeness equates to self-love, and your wholeness supercharges your magnetism to attract and create. When you befriend the painful parts of your personality, you will find that they are the ones that hold the secrets to allow you to fully step into your purpose. This is such an amazing message for you guys. So do you see how it all kind of ties in together, right? Something here has been like a story that you've been repeating to yourself over and over again has been stopping you, and I see you guys kind of stopping here, right? There's like a fine line that is drawn, and you're just like, I can't move forward with my life because of the story that I've been telling myself, and these things aren't meant to happen for somebody like me, somebody who has like whatever socioeconomic status that you've been raised in, or whatever hardships that you've dealt with in the past. These things can happen for you. Yes, you. Okay, because this is speaking to you, the doubter, the person who's listening right now who's doubting that these things cannot happen for themselves, right? Whatever dream that you have in your mind right now that you wish that you see other people doing, it is possible for you. These people are just showing you a window of like the possibilities, right? They're kind of like a window to the possibilities that can come from this, right? So that's what I'm seeing for you guys so far. So we're going to clarify and see for pile number 2, what else is coming? What else do they need to know? Okay. So I'm using the After Tarot because we are trying to look into the future. The next 6 months. Okay. For pile number 2, Spirit, show us what they need to know for the next 6 months. What messages? Okay. Look at that. The 6 of Wands. This is victory. If you move past the story you've been telling yourself and you start writing a new story, all you literally have to do to break a cycle is just start telling yourself something else. Okay, even if it feels like made up, right? Start focusing on something else that you want for yourself, right? Whether it be like you know, starting a new career, or like losing weight, or whatever it is. Start telling yourself, like talking to yourself as if you've already achieved that. Okay, so I see victory happening for you guys here with the 6 of Wands. Like you guys are literally walking into victory. If you see beyond the past and look into the bigger picture, your dream will come true. Like there's nothing, like this is the first card that came up, right? So you're going to be successful in setting boundaries. And the Star. The Star is wish fulfillment. This is the wish that you've made in the past, right? Whatever it is in the past, I see it coming to fruition right now for you. Okay, because before the Star was kind of on land, right? She didn't take a leap of faith into the pond, right? And there she is right now. She's in the pond. She's still watering her past, right? but also watering herself in her future and hoping that new things will come, right? And this is what I see coming for you guys, okay? Brand new things. This is such a beautiful reading. Like the Star and the Six of Wands are beautiful energy. We also have the Two of Wands. Hold on. Two of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So this is an ending. Like the past, you've kind of ruminated over this over and over again. This could have been like a really harsh ending, but the Ten of Swords in the After Tarot lets us know that this is something that is not ever going to be resurrected. So you need to just move along, kind of thing. Like you need to move beyond this, right? Whatever you've ruminated on in the past, the Swords energy is all thought energy. It's like thought energy, basically, right? So in your thoughts, you've ruminated, you've kind of beat it to death, like with the same story over and over and over again. I can't do this because blah blah blah. I can't do this because so and so, right? Because this happened to me in the past and I'm afraid it'll happen to me again. It won't. Okay, it's saying here that whatever it is that you're afraid of, it's done, it's over with, and it's not coming back to life. Like this person is being carried away because it's done. Okay, this is like a finality to it. So see beyond the past and focus on what you're trying to manifest here, right? With the Two of Wands, you're looking towards a new direction. Like I see you guys really wanting to do that. You want to look towards a new direction here, right? And you could be doing it with somebody. Like this could be somebody who could be joining you and showing you that window of the possibilities, right? This could be for some of you, right? But other than that, I'm seeing it like your past self, like your future self wants to show your past self the possibilities because you're stuck looking back into the past, like ruminating. So she's kind of holding the world and telling the past self like the possibilities, like look what we have in front of us, and we're only focused on this tiny little thing, right? The Devil, it's like the Devil at the bottom of the deck is letting me know that yeah, you guys have been stuck doing the same exact thing, right? And these like lovers here, they're kind of like partaking and indulging in like thinking of the stuckness of the situation, right? To the point where you kind of don't see beyond it. Like you see yourself as like your vice. You're not seeing things as your virtue anymore, right? You're seeing things as, because he, like the Devil gave them these like the tail of the devil or whatever, and he gave them horns as well to symbolize that they kind of became like him. It's like this is after such a long time of doing something the same way. You kind of don't recognize any other way of doing it, and it's kind of really kept you stuck. But look at that, somebody's here to finally free you from this. Like I see you guys being finally freed. Like do you guys see that? He's cutting her cords away to help her out, right? So that is really interesting. This is the Page of Swords. It's like looking at things from a higher perspective, like the eagle or the hawk, right? Looking at things from a different perspective and seeing what new energies are coming into you, because these people are coming in, right? It's like looking at things, trying to research, like looking at things from a higher perspective, like it was mentioned there. The Nine of Pentacles is under, and the Empress. This is like pre-Empress energy, walking straight into the Empress energy. Ultimate abundance. Giving birth to something new here. Like, look at that. The swan. We have the swan here and the swan here. Like, how beautiful is that? She has swans in front of her. And the swan, like, made new baby swans. It's like giving birth to something new here, right? Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles is like, whatever you were afraid of, like, you're going to have that harvest coming to you. And she's like harvesting her grapes now. She's like looking at her grapes and like seeing how well she did, right? Because she chose to look at a new direction here. Okay, let's see what else we have. Pile number 2. Such a great reading. Like, it's like, just have those boundaries with yourself. Whenever you start listening to or thinking about the past, you need to switch it, like automatically, just like right away. Just be like, no, you know what if things do turn out great? What if I take a leap of faith and things end up working out? Like, this is celebrating. Okay, celebrating your manifestation coming true, right? With the sun at the bottom, like celebration energy, like all around. Look at that, celebrating, and them two are having fun. This is kind of like childlike energy, like a light energy, right? Like in the normal tarot, we see we see this kid like coming on a horse with a flag, and here he's kind of sharing the flag and playing with it, right? It's kind of like sharing the enlightenment that you've come across, right? Sharing the like feeling like your childhood self is finally free is what I see happening for you guys. And like you're finally like setting up new boundaries to where you're no longer thinking about the dark stuff that happened in the past or how things didn't work out or the disappointments, and creating a new like thought stream that's kind of like lighter and then more enlightened. Like something here is going to enlighten you to look at your past in a more lighthearted energy. And this is what I see coming for you guys as well, right? This is the 10 of Wands. It's like after carrying a heavy burden, I see you guys setting it down finally and just saying like, I don't need to carry the past with me anymore. I really don't, right? I see it like just being like, why am I carrying all this like all the way to like all the way to now, right? Because it doesn't matter anymore. Like you need to look at your life and just be like, how much of my life right now is because of how I thought of myself in the past. Because right now we are the manifestation of what we thought about in the past. Okay, so let these things go, right? Let's set them down, set these burdens down, and start walking a little bit lighter. Like have that lighthearted energy with the sun, right? That's Leo. Leo is more like childlike energy, right? And then we have the 4 of Swords. It's like resting, finally putting to rest. Like you're like, I see you here kind of like giving that, like laying to rest everything that ever kind of made you feel anxious or depressed or kept you in your head, kept you stuck in your head. You're laying that to rest and you're saying, okay, goodbye. This is the white rose that she's giving. And the white roses, you tend to symbolize like purity and peace and like light-hearted energy, right? That's what it is. It's like you're saying goodbye. It's like, I appreciate you and I appreciate you protecting me in the past, but I no longer need you. I need to move on. And she has like a butterfly cape. This is symbolizing like transformation. She transformed from this to that. Okay. We also have strength. This is going to take a lot of courage from you guys to hop into. But you also have the Ace of Swords, like moving into your truth. And here, look at that. We have 2 hawks. Here's a hawk and here's a hawk, right? And it symbolizes looking at the future from a perspective of like truth, right? You no longer like how much of the past is true for you today is what it's saying, right? Like, do you still have those past friends in your life today that you keep thinking about? Or it could be like a past love or a past whatever. Are they still visible to you today? If the answer is no, then you need to move on with truth, like being truthful to yourself. Okay, a lot of options coming in for you guys, and I see you guys clearing that path, like moving from like these troubled waters and finally reaching land, like clarity, right? Into the Magician, Master Manifestor. Like before, his tools were on the table, and now he's finally like using them to like, you know, concoct his dream, like bringing his dream to fruition. Okay, so let's get one more card. Pile number 2. Okay, there it is. Came out. The 8 of Swords being released. You're finally going to choose to just be released from it. Okay. And finally, like with the Page of Cups and the 9 of Cups, like before he used to daydream about the fish in the cup, and now that daydream is coming to reality. It's going into the waters, right? His dream has moved from like the ethers and came into physical reality. So I see that happening for you guys. Okay, whatever it is that you guys have been daydreaming about and thinking about, right? And you guys are going to be like emotionally fulfilled. Like with the 9 of Swords, this is a wish fulfillment, right? Before he used to wait around and sit there in contentment, but he has 9 of Cups here that he's already filled. He filled them all, and now he's like reaping the fruits of his labor. Like he has a feast in front of him, right? You guys are not going to, you know, go hungry or be in lack or be without. This is like kind of like fulfillment coming towards you guys. Okay. King of Swords with his hawk, right? They have the Knight of Swords, like taking action. The King of Pentacles, like becoming like more practical, like taking things more seriously, taking your thoughts more seriously, right? Fighting off anything that, like, anything from the past that just is not on your level anymore, because he's on a horse, he's on land. Things that, no, like these thoughts that want to come in, you're just kind of like, nope, I'm good. Okay. And then also the King of Pentacles, like, this is like you having that security in your life, but also with the Bull, it's kind of like protecting yourself, having boundaries. It's like, yeah, I created this abundant world for myself mentally, as well as like materially, like in the material world, but you also want to protect it, right? And the world, it's like taking a look at a new perspective. Like, you have the world in your hand, like the two of wands here, but also I see you completing that cycle and coming out victorious. Okay, so let's see if there's any other messages we have for you guys. Pile number 2, we have the Four of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Hangman. Okay, with Judgment at the bottom of the deck here, and the Two of Cups at the bottom. So it's telling me here that after you had a period of rest, like, you need to take action, because that rest came enlightenment, like we mentioned at the bottom of the deck with the Sun. Okay, like you kind of need to look at things from a different perspective and see how you can, like, alchemize that energy into what you need in the moment right now, right? The Seven of Pentacles, it's like waiting on your, okay, I'm going to take this card, and waiting on, see what this card is, okay. So it's like waiting on your, like what you harvest, what you planted to flourish, to, like, come out, kind of thing. And, like, I see you guys kind of daydreaming about that energy. This is all upside down. Okay, like, kind of like waiting on, but not only waiting, I see you guys kind of like looking back, because he's kind of like pondering, like, yes, about what he has in the present moment, because these are present moment stuff, what he has in his physical reality, but also kind of daydreaming about the future. Like, if I have this much right now, how much more will I be able to attract into my life if I put in more work? Like, if I use a shovel to make, like, more places where I can plant new seeds, right? And again, with the Page of Cups here, like, he's been daydreaming about his future. Like, this is something that you're manifesting. You're calling it from the ethers into, like, he's the connection between heaven and earth, right? So it's kind of like you're calling it from the universe down into, bringing it down into physical reality, right? And I see that happening for you guys, and it's been a blessing. Okay, this is a blessing that's coming in. Like, you're looking at a new direction, and this new direction is going to be a blessing, because it's a brand new opportunity that's going to lead to the Ten of Cups. Like, whatever seeds that you planted, or whatever new seeds that you need to plant, will lead you to a glorious harvest. Okay, it's going to be like something that you don't see coming, something that's shocking. It could happen suddenly, but I see you celebrating, and look at that, the Ten of Cups at the end. Okay, like, you guys are going to be celebrating this. You're going from the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups. Like, ultimate, and the Ten of Cups, it's like ultimate wish fulfillment. Like, everything you could ever want emotionally and physically. Okay, yep, there it is, the Ten of Cups. Such beautiful energy, you guys. Like, you're bringing that to fruition, and, like, I'm seeing you guys, like, within the next 6 months, like, really start to move away from this past energy and see the potential that is coming in for you guys if you look towards a new direction. Okay, like, if you're worried about ever getting out of this, like, mental fog that you guys have been in, or whatever it was, depression, anxiety, you will come out of that. Okay, and you'll start to daydream, and everything will you'll start to see the manifestation happening. Like the spider, like whenever you see, well, like whenever I see a spider, I don't kill it, I take it outside, because spiders represent like your manifestation coming to fruition. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I saw the Two of Cups before. Two of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Sun, and the, I don't know if you guys can see that, or is that too out? Let me just move everything down. Okay. So what we're seeing here is the Two of Cups. This could be somebody who's coming in the next 6 months as well. Like somebody who's going to get you out of this energy. Like we see twos here. Two here. There's two people here. There's two people here. Somebody who's going to like help you out. Like help you fulfill that dream. Like some of your dreams are maybe starting a family for some of you, right? And you will be meeting that person within the next 6 months. Okay, that's for some of you out there. For others, this is kind of like ultimate wish fulfillment. Like somebody, or you're going to be choosing to go towards a new adventure here. This is going to open up a new adventure, and you're going to feel like the Page of Wands here. Like he's somebody who likes to venture and like have new adventures, right? The Sun and the Fool. Like this is a brand new beginning, right? This is taking a leap of faith into going into your dream, your whatever is going to make it look like a wish fulfillment for you, right? Make you have that wish fulfillment. And I see you like kind of like this is your childhood self. Whatever it is that you're afraid of, it's going to actually set your childhood self free. Your child self free. Like your inner child free is what I'm seeing with this. With the Fool as well. Like he's free, he's light. He has that light energy about him. He doesn't take much with him. Okay, to start a new journey. Okay, like some of you can have like a dog here, or a pet that has brought you great comfort, and like I see them being one of like your spirit guides or like your animal guides as well. Okay, so such beautiful energies for you guys. The Three of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay, so that is what I have for you, pile number 2. I hope this resonated for you guys. Let me know in the comments below how this resonated for you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much, pile number 2, for tuning in. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. You guys chose Unknown Gift, and we have a bird singing a song with stars around. So this could be something about a wish that you guys made that is coming to you, but ultimately it is something unknown, like something that's going to be coming. Or it could be like something within you that you didn't know was actually a gift that nobody else has, right? This could be like singing or something. That's what I'm getting here. But it could be a gift that you didn't even know was a gift, but you might be wanting to share it with the world. So this is number 41. Okay, let's see what other messages want to come up for pile number 3. So Spirit, show us what general messages for the next 6 months. For pile number 3, please. General messages for the next 6 months. Okay, we have Inner Truth. Interesting. It's like maybe something you've known for a while, that you're really good at something, you're really gifted at something. Okay, then we have Self. Okay, this upside down. Okay, and then it says magnetism through gratitude here at the bottom of the deck. So we have Self. This is all about, says here, if you guys can see, it says self-worth, self-love, self-value, and self-respect. Okay, and it's like a pig sitting on top of coins. So you, like, it's letting me know that you guys have it within you to create the life that you want. Like it's nothing outside of you. Like, you need to utilize what you already have. Like, some of you might be really good at, like, you have a natural gift for the arts, for example, like for singing, for rapping, whatever it is here, like you have an inner truth. This is like an owl that represents being wise. So we have number 41, 7, and 11, which is really interesting. So let's see what messages we have. What other messages want to come out for you from reading the book? So we have 41, unknown gift. So, oh yes, this is the Nightingale of Paradise. So it says here, the Nightingale card comes when you have a profound gift that you're currently not aware of. A great endurance of difficulties leads you to unveiling the diamond within. This card is a gem to receive. Feel honored. There is no other card that foretells such a bounty. This gift is beyond your wildest dreams, and you possess it. Your gift is something that every cell in your body yearns to self-actualize. It is one of your most exciting and fulfilling purposes. Like, you know about this with the inner truth, okay? It is one of your most exciting and fulfilling purposes. This card is not about fixing anything or giving you the perfect solution or guidance to a current obstacle. You receive the honor of this card when grace allows you a small knowing that there is an as yet undiscovered talent within. It may take months or years to reveal this gift, but it is there, and it will come to you as clear as the noonday sun. Something your truest self has always longed to actualize. The Nightingale's medicine has a special message for you. You are being asked to endure time and uncertainty, for you are still in the night season, little one. Soon you will understand, and you will be able to share your gift with the world. But you must wait, as there is a reason for your gift's greatness, as there is a reason that your gift's greatness needs time to actualize in the material realm. Beyond this, it is too mysterious to explain. Please be patient. A reality of yourself beyond your current depth of awareness awaits you. Keep the faith. You have no idea how much the wait will be worth it. Get excited for the immensity of this gift within. It's big, very big. Very interesting. You guys have an inner gift. Let me know what that is and how that resonates for you guys, because that is so interesting. There's something within you that not a lot of people have, and it's been given to you by the universe. Okay, could be something that you're born with that you need to share with the world, but first you have to wait, because there's more to learn, there's more to explore, there's more to know about it, and to actually see how this will actualize in your life, right? How will this come to fruition in your life, and how can you use it in your life? Okay, so next we have inner truth, number 7. Inner truth, the owl. So it says, owl sees in the dark and knows what is not directly being shown. She is the master intuitive. In ancient Greek mythology, Owl sat on the shoulder of Athena so that the goddess would know the whole truth at all times. If you receive this card in your reading, it is a message that you have a deep inner knowing that you can trust in this gift. You guys, like, this is all coming together. This gift that you have, that you're unsure about, that you're unsure if how people will receive it, like, you know that you can, like, it's letting you know, it's giving you confirmation that you can trust this. Okay, trust yourself, trust this gift. Whatever guidance you are currently seeking, this card is a confirmation that the answer will not only come, but it will come from within. Owl says it is okay to not always immediately know the right answer or what to do. Fear may arise and hide the truth of a situation from you, but you are being asked to sit in the confidence of your inner knowing. Patience is of the utmost importance. You can push and try to instruct your intuition to immediately figure out the answer. Your intuition becomes strangled by your ego's control. So it says, when you push and try to instruct your intuition to immediately figure out the answer, Your intuition becomes strangled by your ego's control. Like, you want to know things now, but sometimes you need to wait, okay? All you need to know is that the guidance will come. When and how it comes is none of your concern. Life will help you connect with your intuition to reveal the truth. Figure out the best path and do what is best for your growth and the growth of anyone else involved. Owl's medicine shares that you do know the answer, and it will be revealed at the correct moment. Relax and go do something else. Very, very, very interesting. So we have an unknown gift that you have within you, and you know about this gift, and it's letting you know to trust this gift. Okay, so this is, lastly, we have self. We have self. Number 11. Such a cute card. Okay, so it says self-worth, self-love, self-value, self-respect. This is the pig. Okay, pig has big medicine to share with you. This medicine is so grand that it is the key to living a fulfilling life and aids in accomplishing your potential. Pig's message is simple and direct. Know your worth. Not only does Pig know his worth, but cultures across the world have proclaimed his value for thousands of years as both a creature to be revered and a source of nourishment. Think of a piggy bank with money inside of it. The more money inside, the more value it carries. The piggy bank reflects the idea that our true worth comes from within. When we only use others' validation to inform us of our value, it always leads to suffering. Pig's medicine teaches us about inner talk. Do you walk around doing your daily tasks with a voice in your head that belittles you, tells you that you're not good enough, and makes you feel unworthy? Now is the time to proactively train and direct the voice in your head to share messages that are uplifting, loving, and kind about yourself. This will take a lot of work and will most likely feel like you are lying to yourself if you have a habit of negative self-talk. The key to making it honest and impactful is to not lie to yourself and say, I am gorgeous, when everything in you feels ugly. Instead, you say to the part that feels ugly, I love you. I feel this pain with you. And one day I will get us to the point where we feel our beauty. But for now, I am here for you. Pig's medicine asks you to accept that you will always struggle with some form of insecurity because you are human. True self-worth isn't raging confidence. It is allowing yourself to be insecure and being there for yourself while you feel the pain of not feeling good enough. This act is the power that creates self-worth. Okay, let's read that again, you guys. This is so powerful. It says, Pig's medicine asks you to accept that you will always struggle with some form of insecurity because you are human. True self-worth isn't raging confidence. It is allowing yourself to be insecure and being there for yourself while you feel the pain of not feeling good enough. This act is the power that creates self-worth. Okay? Very, 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 very important messages for you guys. So I'm sensing here that you guys have a gift within you, but you don't feel good enough. Okay, you don't feel good enough, and I'm sensing here that because of the fact that you don't feel good enough right now, you need to wait, okay, and work on this. That it's literally telling you, like, this spread is telling you what it is that you have and how to fix it or accomplish it or move forward. Okay, like, sit in this discomfort and see why you feel like this, like you're not good enough, when you are so loved and so worthy of this gift that was bestowed upon you. Okay, very, very important message for you for the next 6 months, because I see you guys getting to the point where you do value yourself. Okay, you see your self-worth. Only you can set that for yourself. Only you. Nobody else can tell you what you're worth. Nobody else. Okay, and if you accept what other people value you as, you're just going to constantly seek outside validation and not listen to your intuition. Okay, like this earth school is literally teaching us so many lessons if you only listen to yourself. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the After Tarot says. Let's clarify some more. For pile number 3, Spirit, what do they need to know about the next 6 months? Okay, we have the Emperor. And we have the 10 of Cups. Holy moly, what a start. So this is the Emperor Aries energy. So this is letting you know, right? Like Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. So to me, it's kind of like a new start, okay? But this is something that you need to take control of. Like, take control of whatever it is that's making you feel like you're unworthy. And like align with the higher version of yourself where you do feel worthy, okay? Because look at this, a gift showed up at the bottom of the deck. This is also a gift from the universe, okay? It's offering you something. This is a heart, okay? Like this could also be somebody offering you love, right? Like, here's my heart. But this is the universe is offering you a gift. This is something within you. It's something within your heart, okay? That you're absolutely going to love. This is a passion of yours, okay? Like, I see you guys beginning a journey that maybe is going to be difficult because you can see his face. He's kind of like leaving home. Like, this is beginning a journey of moving towards something that you love, but also going into uncomfortable territory of that self-love, feeling that self-love and self-worth. Because yes, like the book said, it said that it's going to feel uncomfortable and it's going to feel like you're lying to yourself, right? It's not a fun journey, but this is a journey that we all must take. Every single one of us on planet Earth have to take this journey to figuring out why we are here and what our gift is to bestow upon humanity, okay? This is like an ending. This is like, to me, this is kind of like ruminating over something to death. Like, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. And you've kind of like killed the part of you that wants to take this gift that is like burning within you. And you just kind of killed it. You're just like, no, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe like there's something else that I need to be doing. But this is constantly going to be gnawing at you because this is the lesson that you need to, like, whatever we're afraid of is the thing that we need to move towards. And I see you like, this is kind of like having some sort of fame or something with the six of wands, okay? But first, it's saying here that you need to hold yourself. Like, look how he's holding himself. It's like all these cups that were spilled represented something, right? It represented a part of him that needed that love and affection from yourself, okay? There's somebody like in the river back here that's drowning, and this could be like you feeling like you're drowning in all this emotion, like not knowing where to go next. But it's saying here, like, if you hold on to what you know about yourself, if you start like looking at the 2 cups here that are still up, that haven't spilled, if you start to look within for that validation, you and alchemize that energy. Like, look at that, this is connection with air and water, and he has his foot grounded on earth. It's like alchemizing all these energies together, like 2 cups, these 2 cups that you have left, right? Alchemizing them together and having that patience, because this is temperance. Like, in the waiting, like there's so much that can happen in the waiting, right? And you can look back at it and be like, yeah, I did nothing all this time, but like really you did a lot. It's like, this is where we have growth within ourselves. It's like, I read like these self-help books that help me to think of things differently, and this is what I love about like self-development books, because they help you to like look at things from a different perspective, right? Like, I see this as you finally like embracing the parts of you that you kind of shunned away, and you're saying like, it's okay, from now on we're going to move forward together. Because nobody is without insecurities. Everybody, it's part of the human experience. There's something we're always going to be insecure about. So in the waiting, is like, this is where wisdom happens. This is like Moses' staff over here that turned into the snake in the Bible, right? And here's the dark wolf that represents your shadows as well. Okay, but with the hermit, it's like he can see the next step, but also he needs to do a lot of learning. And he's done a lot of learning in the waiting. Like, it may not seem like time has passed for him, but because he's been in solitude for so long, he probably doesn't even know what time is anymore, but he can see it in his self. Like, he's become wise, like with the owl. There's something wise about this. Okay, the Tower. This might come like all of a sudden for you guys. Okay, so we have the Emperor and the Ten of Cups. Like, with the Ten of Cups, it's like finally settling in the knowing that there's something better, that you deserve better, that you deserve ultimate fulfillment, right? We have the parents and the grandparents and the kids, like generations here. This is like generations of happiness that will come from you pursuing your gift. Okay, and we have like the star here, like the stars are important in this reading because it's like wish fulfillment. It's like making a wish. But first you have to take control of whatever is trying to hold you back, to take control of these thoughts, right? Like, the Emperor is the Emperor because he has mastered all of the kings, right? He's all the kings put together. He's mastered his emotions. He took control of that. He's mastered his thoughts. He took control of that, right? He mastered his material realm, like maybe overspending, whatever it was. Okay, let's see what else. The Three of Cups. This is celebrating. This is maybe like even this is like, I'm seeing like this as like being like your spirit guides are celebrating you discovering this gift, or even you with friends, right? Celebrating in the waiting. Or this could even be you, like a group of close friends that know about this gift, that will celebrate you finally like sharing it with the world, or finally taking a leap of faith towards it. Okay. Ace of Wands. It's like a passionate new beginning. It's like a fiery new beginning. This is a salamander, right? They live in hot climates, right? Or they've been known to live in hot climates, right? So this is something that you're very passionate about, and it's a brand new beginning that's coming in within the next 6 months. Like, it's going to just like kind of pop up in your mind that I need to follow my passions. Okay, what I'm passionate about. Like with the Emperor, like I think this is like a mountain goat or some sort of goat. Like, goats are very, very resilient. Like, they have a hard head, right? It could be like stubbornness in thinking about things as well. Like, they're very agile, they're very swift, but also they can tend to have a hard head is what I'm trying to say. But like, also the mountains behind, it's kind of like you've reached a summit, but this is not it. Like, you need to kind of navigate that terrain a little bit, and that terrain is you navigating those emotions of feeling unworthy, of not having respect for yourself, not loving yourself, not valuing yourself, right? What else do we have? The Four of Swords. It's like finally laying to rest any doubts, right? Laying to rest and finally transforming. Like, she's wearing this butterfly cape, right? The butterflies are usually a symbol within the swords. Like, you see the Queen of Swords wearing a crown of butterflies, because butterflies symbolize transformation, transforming your thoughts from like laying to rest what no longer, like the thoughts that no longer serve you, honestly, and like just taking control of those thoughts. Because when you take control of those thoughts is when you will have that victory with the crown. Okay, with the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, right? Oh my god, that discipline that you will have, like in the waiting of trying to see what your gift is, if you, for those of you who don't know, or where your gift will take you, it's taking you to the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles. Like, these energies are different for everyone. They symbolize different things for everyone. Like, for some people it could be like having like a mansion and like, you know, like money for days, right? But for somebody who has a gift, it could just be like sharing that gift and people being very like receptive to it and loving it, right? It helps people in some way, right? The Empress is like giving birth to something new and something that's going to be abundant, right? It's, you're never going to be without, like, you're going to feel like you're on top of the world. Like, you are, this is complete, like, masculine and feminine are going to be in harmony with each other. Like, you're balancing that, okay? Then we have like moving away, like finally reaching the point where you are like in in still waters. Like, you are calm, you're okay with the thoughts that you have right now, and you've left behind the thoughts that no longer serve you. Okay, and you're walking away to like steadier waters, right, from the past. Like, this is like taking control of your life, the direction that it wants to take you. Okay, like, you're literally, like, he's using this wand to tell them, I want to go to this direction, or I want to go to that direction. Like, he's setting the course for the direction that he wants. Okay, like, I'm seeing that this is literally a blessing from the heavens, or the Hierophant, something that you do need to take seriously, because the longer we wait on our gifts, it's just going to gnaw at us more. You're just going to feel like, this is something I really need to do. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and then I'm just going to take this card that showed its face, the Eight of Pentacles. And I'm going to put all these back. Oh, we also have the Six of Cups. And, okay, so I saw the Seven of Swords, which lets me know that self-sabotage could occur. Okay, you don't want to do that. We all have insecurities that will hold us back, but the key to those is to heal it. Okay, whoever, like, you need to ask yourself, why do I feel like this? Who is it that told me that I shouldn't feel good about myself or my life or whatever it is? Like, it could be something that happened to you in your past. But with the Queen of Wands here, like, she is somebody that brings this idea to fruition. Okay, like, you see how, like, this salamander is here too? Like, she's a witch, right? These are like her familiars. Okay, so she brings these things to life. Like, you have an idea, she brought it to life, and this is happening in the future. Okay, this is what's coming up for you guys, right? After you lay these things to rest, this is what's happening. The Knight of Wands, like, this is somebody who, like, you're going to explore. Like, this gift is you're going to want to explore this gift, basically. Like, where is it going to take you? And I'm seeing it take you to different places, like places that you haven't even dreamed of going, right? It doesn't need to be physically, but even mentally, like, it's just going to take you to a different place, like, where you're like, why didn't I think of this before? Or how have I been stuck in that, like, same loop and cycle for so long, when this is a brand new way of thinking? Like, this is taking me to a different place, right, mentally. And I see you working on it. Like right now it's asking you to wait, okay, but it's also asking you to work on it, work on your craft, right? Work on what it is that you want to show people. Like, in the Eight of Pentacles in the regular tarot, he's sitting there working on it, and now he's kind of like looking at this. He's like, okay, let me put it into this, whatever this thing is called, and see how it looks, right? Like, look at what I have, the gift that I have. Like, people are going to enjoy. Like, this is such beautiful craftsmanship, right? People pay a pretty penny for this. And then we also have the Six of Cups, right? The Six of Cups in the After Tarot symbolizes like they're kind of going home to their parent here, or like their grandfather. Like, these are kids that have been like kind of playing outside, and they're finally coming home to themselves. Okay, this is how I'm seeing it. It's kind of like they've been playing outside, and it's finally time to come home. Like, your inner child needs to come home to you, is what it's saying. Okay, you need to call in your inner child and basically embrace it. Okay, bottom of the deck, we again have the Ace of Pentacles. Actually, did this come out before? I'm not sure. We have the Ace of Pentacles with the scarab beetle, and scarab beetles in like ancient Egypt meant rebirth. Right? This is a brand new beginning. It's a rebirth, and this is something that is on the ground now, right? In the Rider-Waite tarot, the pentacle is in his hand, right? It was up in the ethers. This is something that's tangible now. It's coming to you within the next 6 months. It's going to be something that you can actually like touch, feel, smell. Like, this is coming to fruition. It's like you starting something, and finally you're seeing like momentum happen from it, right? This is a seed that's touching the ground now. It's no longer like, oh, I'm thinking about it, like, I don't know, da da da. Now it's actually like here. So what are you gonna do about it? You know, it's finally here. Like, your wish fulfillment is here. She's in the pond now, right? She used to be outside. She's in the pond. She's feeling all her emotions. Okay, this is a wish fulfillment that's coming. Like, are you going to take this leap of faith into the new direction? And like, the Ace of Swords is basically like taking action towards the truth. Okay, what you know is truthful for you. Okay, let's see if there's any other messages that want to come out for pile number 3. we have the Five of Wands, and we have the Devil. So I think this is what's kind of holding you back. Like, the Devil wants to keep you stuck in this conflict within yourself. This could also be conflict with other people. Like, you know, like we don't like conflicts with other people. This is like, let me know below, like what is this conflict that you guys are dealing with, right? With the Devil too. Like, he wants to keep you in this illusion of like, everything's okay, you don't need to use your gift. Like, you know, you don't need to like show people your gift. Like, just be stuck where you are, kind of thing. But it's like, I'm sensing that this gift is going to start being very, 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 very powerful within you. Because the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups is somebody who, like, she has the like the biggest cup, right? All her emotions are in there, and her emotions are very important to her. So this is something that you've kept bottled in for so long, right? Because of this Devil energy. And she's like looking at us like, is it time to like unleash this? Right? Unleash my emotions and how I feel about this. Like, slowly but surely I see you guys moving towards it. And you're kind of like looking at the pentacle like, wow, this is in my hands now, you know? And bringing it into fruition. Like, she's the birth giver, right? She brings things in from the ethers to reality, right? Like, it takes usually like 9 months to have a baby. Like, bring it from the ethers into the real world. Bring its soul from the ethers into the real world, right? So that's what I see. That's really interesting. It's like, it might take a little bit longer for you guys. Like, I'm seeing like 6 to 9 months, maybe even a year. We have, look at that. He's like daydreaming about this fish in his cup. Daydreaming. This is his dream. He's looking at it. He's like, I wonder if this will come true, right? This thing has like kept you guys up at night thinking about, like, worried about it. Like, can I do this? Am I worthy of doing this? Like, who am I? Kind of thing. Like, you guys are kind of like imposter syndrome over here. Okay? The Four of Cups. It's like, you have a brand new opportunity here. Are you going to let it go to waste just because you're afraid to, you know, like, move forward from these thoughts or these emotions that you've had in the past? Or are you going to take that cup and go with it and just be like, you know what, I'm looking for a new energy. What if I do try? What if I do try to go forward with myself? Like, why can't I? Like, so many people have done it. Like, it's, you know, whatever it is that I'm looking at starting, whatever gift I have. Like, you guys could be like comedians or, you know, wanting to sort of put yourself out there, right? We have look at that, the Queen of Wands with the Queen of Wands. Like, it's saying you are the magician. Like, you are a witch. Like, you are the one that's going to bring this to fruition, and you're going to be so happy about it. Like, look at her. She knows her self-worth. Like, look at her face, right? Her face is like letting us know, wow, like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And also, she's like, I know what I'm doing, and also I know how to bring it to fruition. I just need to listen to myself. The Three of Cups, again, celebrating. Two of Cups. This is you with your higher self, okay? Finally being in balance and alignment. This could also be somebody who's coming in to help you see this gift, finally, right? And death, it's like a new beginning. Like, death and rebirth, okay? A new beginning is coming for you guys. So that is what I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. So we're trying to find out some prediction messages for the next 6 months for you guys. And you guys chose small steps, big accomplishments, number 8. And this is the turtle. It's like slow and steady wins the race, right? So over time, I mean, they do get to travel all around the ocean, right? And they come back to land to lay their eggs. So let's see what this is all about for you guys. First, we're gonna get more messages. Spirit, pile number 4. What more do they need to know? What's happening in the next 6 months for them? And also, turtles live a really long time. So this is kind of letting me know, like, whatever you're going to be accomplishing, it's not a race. It's like more like a marathon. It's like a lifelong thing. Okay. We have surrender to receive with the otter. So there could be something here that you guys need to let go. Maybe let go of control. Maybe you want things to move faster, but you just need to surrender it to the universe, and the universe will bring it in. And last, so we have, this is number 2. Let's see, what other messages? The palm of this forward, please. Like he has like a tear coming out of his eye, so it could be that he doesn't want to give this up. But here, all right, we have metamorphosis and evolve into your complexity. Very interesting. So we have number 8, 2, 34, and 3. And then bottom of the deck we have perception. So something about how you perceive things, because the ostrich puts its head underneath the sand to, I don't know, is it like hiding from predators or something like that? Like it thinks that maybe people can't see it, but obviously people can see it. But it's kind of like when you're playing hide and seek a little bit, and you're hiding in like an open area, but you think nobody can see you just because you have your eyes closed, kind of thing, right? Okay, so metamorphosis, going from the caterpillar into the butterfly, right? There's something about transformation, surrendering, right? Because the caterpillar doesn't know that it's going to turn into the butterfly. It just has to surrender to the process, right? And these two are letting me know, like, this is complex. This is a complex form that's happening. Same with the octopus. The octopus are highly intelligent. They're like the most intelligent in the animal kingdom, I think. Don't quote me on that, but you know, like I think they're very, very highly intelligent. Let's get some more messages for you guys from the book. Number 8. Small steps, big accomplishments. So we have the turtle. So the turtle says, let's see. Okay. So it says, small steps, big accomplishments. Sea turtles migrate thousands of miles each year while swimming at a slow, methodical pace. The key medicine is that what you wish to manifest will take dedicated, consistent, and patient effort. Land turtle reinforces this message about the slow process towards your desire, further speaking to us about how grounded this point of view is. Nothing represents being grounded quite like the land turtle, built sturdy and close to Mother Earth. Small, consistent efforts will lead to long-lasting success. Be patient. Do not rush for immediate rewards. Understand that immediate gratification cannot sustain what is needed for long-term success. Shortcuts yield short-term success, and instant gratification is for the weak mind. Sea turtle is not instantly born in the sea, swimming toward what? Sea turtle is not instantly born in the sea, swimming towards his goal. Okay. He first must build his muscles by slowly breaking out of the shell and journeying towards his desire to be in the great sea. Allow things to develop at their own pace and plan for a lengthy dedication toward your goal. This is a very promising card as it speaks to happy results. You are building something great, and its full fruition needs time. Turtle's medicine shares that slow and steady efforts are of the most importance to you. Something powerful is in development. What is building slowly stands longer. Yeah, so slow and steady wins the race here, guys. Like, don't compare yourself, don't compare your process to other people and how far they are ahead of you. Like, sometimes we like to be like, oh, I'm this age now, and compared to my friends, they're like, whatever, they're married or they have their career and whatever, like, you're comparing, right? But you don't know what their future holds. Like, a lot of people get married in their like early 20s or even in their 20s. They end up getting divorced in their 30s and they're back in the dating pool again, right? So that's what I'm saying. Slow and steady, whatever it is that you wish to accomplish, it will be more like substantial to you if you like take the time to actually build it brick by brick. instead of just getting things done quickly and you don't know if you're using something sturdy like a brick or a styrofoam, right? So next we have surrender to receive, number 2. So this is surrender to receive. Excuse me. Surrender to receive. This is the otter. It says, otter teaches us about the feminine power of reception through surrender. In the sea, otter is often floating on her back, stomach open to the sky, receiving the sun. This is an extremely vulnerable position. To be free from worry and not distracted by what may lurk in the dark waters below is a liberated state of being. The medicine of this card directly asks you to be patient, accept uncertainty, fully trusting that you will be taken care of no matter what. Be wary of the mind chatter insisting that you need to know the outcome now. Universal law does not resonate with the ego's desperate need for instant gratification. Something is waiting to be received, but it can only be accepted if you open and allow it. It says, when you are open to receiving, you become a magnet for that which you seek. What is the exception? What is the exception or problem you are holding on so tightly? Imagine that issue as a tightly closed fist. When you unclench your fist and open your palm, when you clench your fist, your open palm is able to receive what life has in store for you. Let go of the need to control what you cannot control. Surrender the idea of how you need the outcome to look. Otter's power in the sea is her sensual flexibility. She bends and yields with the currents. Allow the moment to unfold without forcing it into the box of limited human perception. Otter swims in the dark, mysterious sea of the unknown. It is here that she receives all her nourishment. Otter's medicine is to surrender and swim with the current of uncertainty and receive something far greater than your immediate and limited desires. Yeah, these are both like water cards. It's telling you to go with the ebb and flow of the currents, right? And even here, just go with the flow, right? Even his tentacles are like flowy. Like you have like 3 sea creatures here, right? That's crazy. And like finally, when you metamorphosize into the butterfly, it's like you take flight from the ocean into the air, right? It's kind of like telling me like what I'm getting is like Finding Nemo, like just keep swimming. That's what I'm getting from this. Just keep going, okay? And even though you want to get to your destination, I'm seeing here that like you need to just surrender, because it could be around the corner or it could take you a little bit more time to get there, right? Like you'll never know. So just surrender, like holding on to the outcome. And that's how manifestations come to fruition. It's just like you kind of ask for what you want and then you release the outcome. And then like it manifests in like your wildest dreams, basically. Like you'll be like, this is better than my wildest dreams. This is better than what my limited perception would have like thought up for me. So then we have 34 metamorphosis, the butterfly. Okay, so it says, for a caterpillar to become the butterfly she is destined to be, she has to commit the most ambitious act of allowing her past self to become annihilated. A radical change is at hand for you as well, as you're asked to step into a fuller version of yourself. Caterpillar says that the cocoon phase is scary and painful, but so worth it. Let go of attachments to your identity and outcomes. If something is happening that seems to be impeding your dream, the medicine of this card asks you to understand that it's supposed to be like this. Resisting this moment will only slow down your development in the cocoon. Expect challenge and the demanding labor of metamorphosis. There will be moments of great pain and not believing you can do it. Give loving acceptance to the old, fearful parts that feel frustrated and trapped. But be clear in your understanding that these feelings are an illusion, trying to keep you in the comfort of the unknown. The old cloak you wore for protection is now ready to be shed. It no longer serves the purpose you once needed it for. Strip away the veils and step into the dark unknown of your fullest potential. You are on the verge of profound transformation and being asked to live in the end. Keep in mind the beauty, success, and fullness coming for you. You cannot fully fathom how glorious your future self will be because you know only the life of the caterpillar, but you must be steadfast in your faith. The metamorphosis will be complete soon, and something more profound than your deepest desire is awaiting you. Be strong, little caterpillar. Big change is coming for you. Interesting. So it's letting you know that you don't know what's coming around the corner, but it's letting you know that you guys are going from like being in the stream of constantly just going with the flow to finally like there's a turn around the corner, okay? And it's going to lead you to a big metamorphosis. Next we have evolve into your complexity. Number three, evolve into your complexity. So this says octopus, the octopus. Octopus is a shapeshifter, able to change the color and texture of her skin to camouflage her appearance. She is an excellent escape artist and exceptionally intelligent. Octopus evolved into her greatness, her profound complexity, through all the difficulties she endured. Her need to survive and endure every situation that caused her fear and suffering is literally what evolved her into the magnificent creature she currently is. Octopus's medicine teaches us about the difficult journey toward the evolution of our highest self. Who is our true self? Who is our true self? This card represents the moment of sprouting, the seed ripping open to blossom into what it has always been destined to become. This may not be an easy or comfortable moment. The fortitude of octopus is needed here. As scary situations, self-doubt, and challenges approach, stand strong in the inner knowing that difficult moments are the catalyst for evolution. See the test, and even if you are shaking, yelling to the world, I will keep going. See the limiting beliefs, yell to the world, I will keep going. See the limiting beliefs on your knees, crying and screaming, I will keep going. See the loss of something spectacular with a shattered heart and profess, I will keep going. All ventures will be faced with limitations, difficulties, and tests. Instead of resisting the inevitable hardships, accept them for what they are, catalysts for growth into a much more complex and profound version of yourself. When a mother resists the pain of childbirth, the labor takes much longer. When the mother surrenders and allows the pain to move through her, the birth progresses much faster. Once you accept the universal law that all beings suffer for growth, you will pass through suffering more quickly. Octopus's medicine asks you to have steadfast endurance in moments of difficulties and to understand you are rapidly evolving, and this is just a test in the school of life. Wow, so interesting, so profound, you guys. This message here is so many messages in this, like so many important messages for the next 6 months for you guys. It's like it's telling you here to keep enduring, okay? But also these two cards speak of surrender. It's like don't have that resistance to difficulties, because everybody goes through difficulties, right? Difficulties will come. It's like a roadblock will come, but you need to just surrender to it, that it will eventually pass. Like a speed bump, right? When we hit speed bumps, we just need to kind of slow down and let the momentum of the car take us beyond the speed bump, right? But you're still keeping going. You're still continuing. Okay? Such a beautiful message for you guys. So however it resonates for you guys, let me know in the bottom and below. Let me know below how it resonates for you guys. And let's see what other messages, Spirit, with the After Tarot, because this is kind of predicting the next 6 months, okay? What you need to know to prepare. Okay, too many cards here. I guess a lot is coming, okay. Big shift is coming for you guys. we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. So pages are like about new beginnings, and this is something that like this is about like you finally taking the reins into your own hands, like taking that seed that Spirit has given you and like seeing where it will lead you to. Okay, like this could be a journey that you're just embarking on. Like, you know, this isn't this for some of you, this could be something that you've been on this journey for a while, and for some of you it's been something that you're wanting to embark on. Okay, okay, what else, Spirit? We have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is, okay, the Knight of Cups is kind of taking that chalice filled with his like emotions, or his filled with water, right? He's taking that and he's drinking it, right? In this deck, the After Tarot, he's drinking it because he's been on a journey. It's like kind of like you've been on a journey of something that you love, because cups represent emotions. It's like something that you love. You've been on this journey and it's finally time to kind of stop and replenish, right? Replenish that passion again, because for some of you, if you've been on this journey for a while, you're questioning if this is worth it, right? And it's telling you here to kind of like stop by the river and replenish your love for it. Sometimes we need to like take a step back, right? Like I see it here too. It's kind of like, is this still worth it for me to carry this and keep going? And right around the corner, the metamorphosis happens with the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups. Okay, like this is you finally reaching that maturity that you need to like to be where you want to go, right? And also protecting yourself with the bull here. Okay, like bulls also represent like they used to use bulls to like kind of create those like lines in farming, right? They represent like harvest and like brand new beginnings as well, and also protection. They protected the people of the village, right? So like metamorphosis into like whatever it is that you guys are going through right now. Like it could be like you're in the middle of something, middle of starting a new business, or in the middle of traveling, or whatever it is. Like you guys are gonna have that fulfillment out of it. Like monetarily, you guys are gonna be stable, sturdy here, okay? Like strong as well. And with the King of Cups, this is gonna be something that you're gonna feel like this was such an emotional journey. Like he's pouring out the cup back into the river, right? It comes to a certain point where you're kind of like holding on and you're strong for so long that sometimes you just need to like cry or like just release these emotions. And that's what he's doing here, right? Because it's been a long journey. Like he's been on a long journey. He's replenished so many times that at a certain point, and he's kind of held on for so long that like at a certain point it's been a difficult journey, but he kept going. And this is you, like you kept going here, right? This is birth, rebirth. Because whatever you need is here. It's on earth now. It's no longer in the ethers, right? It's like a new rebirth is happening. Like same thing with the caterpillar. There it goes through a sort of like a rebirth into the butterfly. Okay, look at that. Going into the Ten of Pentacles, from the Ace of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, you guys. Like this is amazing. This is like whatever it is that you're going towards, it's right there. It's literally right there around the corner. Okay, you guys have been, you know, like putting your seeds in and harvesting it. Like it's time for harvest, because look at him, he's taking like a pentacle. Like he's like, okay, it's time for me to like kind of like reap the fruits of my labor here, right? And this has been something that's like a blessing in disguise, something that has been brought down from the ethers onto earth. Okay, you've been working on this for a while with the Three of Pentacles, and you've been holding on, you've been strong, right? You've been kind of like defending yourself to people who are like naysayers, like the people who are telling you no, like this is kind of like frivolous, or this isn't this isn't going to get you anywhere. You've kind of been defending yourself against them, against these like enemies or haters or whatever, right? Because the wheel is turning in your favor, and it will turn in your favor because there's a wake-up call. Like Spirit, literally 3 major arcanas. Like this is such a big wake-up call. Like this kind of made you feel more, like this makes you feel more alive than being or just sitting on this like idea or whatever it is, right? Like for you to go through this journey feels like you're living life, right? Versus I'm seeing like all these other people who kind of are just happy and content with whatever they're doing, right? This is something that you don't see. This has been something that kind of like has been in your subconscious, but you know that you shouldn't give up, okay? Because she's still continuing to go on despite the fears here. And like there's these 2 dogs that are kind of barking at her, right? And we have the lobster here. He's usually a water dweller, right? They live in the water, and coming out of his comfort zone to pursue like to see what's beyond the waters, right? And the Empress, like you're giving birth to a new version of yourself, okay? This is ultimate abundance. This is like the female counterpart, the feminine, right? Bringing things to fruition and crossing that finish line. Like your ships are coming in here, okay? Let's see. Spirit, what other messages? Six of Cups. Like this is making you feel like you're coming home to yourself, but first you need to take control of the direction that you want to go, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles is like divine counterparts are here, right? But they're both like stable. Like she is so nurturing, so loving, but it's letting you know here, like, be patient, because like, you know, rabbits are very quick. They want to get things done very quickly. It's saying here, be very patient, like with Temperance at the bottom of the deck, to reiterate that, okay? Be patient, that you don't burn out too quickly. So take things slow and move along with things like at a steady pace, okay? And here, like I'm seeing here that like she's seeing her own reflection in the coin here. She's finally like looking up at her, like the things that she accomplished, okay? Like, and she's proud of herself. Like I'm seeing here that you guys are going to be so proud of yourself that you didn't take the quick route or the quick way out of things, and you just stuck to your principles and morals and values here, okay? Let's see what other messages want to come out for you guys. Spirit, pile number 4. Justice. So justice is basically balancing something out in your life, right? Creating that balance between what is in your head. Like, are you daydreaming too much about starting this or doing this or whatever, right? Or do you have that balance of like talk and action, right? Like you need to have that balance to have things manifest in your life. Okay, and this is also like about karma too. It's like karma after an ending, like after something ended, a new beginning. So I'm thinking like this is what happened previous to this new beginning, because I see you taking this new beginning, this new offer, and going with it. And so here it is. This is what happened right before you received this new beginning. Okay, so justice for some sort of ending that happened here. The 6 of Pentacles, bringing in that balance that you deserve, okay? There's the Devil. Why the Devil? This could be something toxic happening here with like some sort of... The Devil, has to do with something to, like, I'm getting it's something like maybe some obsession that's happening here, or some feeling like you're stuck. Okay, but this could be anything. This could be like self-sabotage. This could be you constantly like spying on something or researching something, or maybe just feeling stuck here with the Hangman in reverse. Okay, like I'm sensing here that for some of you, you may have offered somebody your heart and they broke it and walked away, or you walked away, and it just brought like this ending here, right? Like there could have been something about a third party here, and this King of Pentacles isn't somebody that you perceived him to be, or her, but it's in reverse, which is telling me it's like a false King of Pentacles a little bit. Okay, it's not who you thought it was. Like all the attributes that you attribute to the King of Pentacles, this person was not it. So something here could have kept you stuck, like an ending of some sort. That happened. It could have had to do with love for you guys, but it kind of like gave you like maybe an awakening here with the Hangman in reverse. Yeah, wow. And just as I say awakening, judgment comes. It gave you like an awakening or realization, okay, of something that maybe you can take control of your life. You are the one that's in control. Okay, three of cups. Like these are, you're celebrating here. This could also be some sort of reunion that's happening with the 3 of cups in the judgment. That's going to lead to a wish fulfillment for you guys. The 10 of cups. So it looks to me here that you guys are trying to make like strides within your own life, but also trying to manifest somebody coming back maybe. And I do see that happening, but you got to be careful. There's some toxicity here, toxic energy, like they put you through a lot. I'm getting this could be even like with work. This could be like your boss or something that you may feel like you need to move on from. Okay, and this is like coming to a realization that you're better off maybe with your girlfriends here, right, or with like your friends, and creating the life that you want on your own. Let's do one more card. The 5 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. So whatever you guys are fighting for, I see a victory happening for you here. Like you guys are going to come out on top. Okay, 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands. It's like this is what you're waiting for your ships to come in and finally look towards a new direction. And I see you guys doing that, moving away from what no longer fulfills you as well. So that is what I have for you, pile number 4. I really see you guys like coming into your higher self here and making the right decisions for yourself to take control and move on, and be happy, like whatever happiness looks like for you, because I do see that happening for you guys. Okay, whatever heartache or pain or disappointments that happened in the past, I see you getting justice for that, and honestly just moving on. There's a lot of fire here. There you could be dealing with a Capricorn or earth sign, fire sign here. Okay, that is what I have for you, pile number 4. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated for you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, pile number 4.